Applebee's has a brand new Big Easy menu. It features all your Bourbon Street favorites in one new menu. Plus a new Bourbon Street chicken and andouille sausage penne starting at just $11.99. With Cajun flavors sure to get your taste buds dancing. Applebee's is bringing Bourbon Street to your street. Make sure to try the Big Easy menu now. Only at Applebee's. Only at Applebee's.
Limited time price, participation, and selection may vary.
On today's Smart 7, the EU agrees a defence deal for Ukraine, Australia braces for Cyclone Alfred, and much more. It's Friday, 7th of March, it's Flapjack Day, and happy birthday, Bryan Cranston.
The Smart 7, it's news, but not the news.
The one thing we're learning in the Donald Trump era is that everything is subject to change, according to the mood of the US president. Thursday saw him pause the newly implemented tariffs on Mexico and Canada, not all of the tariffs, but all those covered by the USMCA, an existing trade agreement. He's also dramatically softened his tone on Ukrainian President Zelensky, and it's expected there will be a follow-up meeting in Saudi Arabia with US officials next week. Emergency talks in Brussels on Thursday saw EU leaders agree to a massive new defence plan worth up to €800 billion, and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer says the European allies are united.
I think Europe needs to step up into this space. We've said for a long time that Europe needs to do more on its own security and defence, and the United Kingdom will play a leading part because we've always stepped up when it's required.
After his Oval Office appearance, Zelensky was making certain that he expressed his gratitude to the leaders in Brussels.
During all this period and last week, you stay with us, and of course from all the Ukrainians, from all our nations, big appreciation. We are very thankful that we are not alone, and these are not just words, we feel it.
This week has seen the UK and France take the lead in supporting Ukraine in the wake of America's pause in military aid and intelligence for the embattled country. UK Defence Secretary John Healey was in Washington on Thursday, meeting with US Secretary of Defence and former Fox News host Pete Hegseth. Hegseth described as garbage the notion that the US has taken a pro-Russia stance, while John Healey was keen to point out Europe had risen to Donald Trump's challenge.
You challenged us to step up on Ukraine, on defence spending, on European security. And I say to you that we are, and we will further.
The strong line taken by Keir Starmer and French President Macron isn't making Russia terribly happy. Macron again referred to Putin as an imperialist on Thursday, and his offer to provide a so-called nuclear umbrella to its European allies has annoyed the Russian president. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov was busy complaining on his behalf.
Of course, this is a threat to Russia. If they consider us a threat, if they say it is necessary to use, or prepare to use nuclear weapons against Russia, this is, of course, a threat.
Official figures show that people from ethnic minorities who commit criminal offences are more likely to get longer sentences than white offenders. That led to a recommendation from the Sentencing Council that judges should be provided with pre-sentencing reports in a bid to achieve a greater level of fairness. The review was originally commissioned under the previous Tory government, but the guidance sparked a backlash once the Tory Justice Secretary Robert Jenrick used the phrase two-tier justice system. That's a common far-right complaint and the opposite of what is happening in terms of the guidelines, but it drew a response from Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood, who intends to write to the council to express her dislike for the new proposal. Jenrick was making his case on Sky News.
To me, this seems like blatant bias. And in a time when many people feel that there is creeping two-tier justice in this country, this seems only to confirm it and will be very corrosive to public trust and confidence in the criminal justice system.
The city of Brisbane in Australia is facing a potentially record-breaking cyclone overnight. Tropical cyclone Alfred is due to make landfall on Australia's east coast and head for the city of Brisbane with about 4 million Australians directly in its path. The storm slowed slightly on its approach to land, but it's already generated a record-breaking 12.4-metre wave on the Gold Coast. The cyclone is the first of its kind in more than 50 years, and rapper Ice Cube has been caught up in the drama as he got stranded midway between Sydney and Melbourne gigs.
It's pretty cool, you know. I haven't been through a cyclone before, so, I can check this off my bucket list, for sure. Yeah, I'm right here on the beach. The beach look like it's going to be in the lobby in a minute, but...
Still to come
on today's Smart 7, a mixed bag in the Europa League, and Formula One revs up for a new season. Right after this.
Applebee's has a brand new Big Easy menu. It features all your Bourbon Street favorites in one new menu. Plus a new Bourbon Street chicken and andouille sausage penne starting at just $11.99. With Cajun flavors sure to get your taste buds dancing. Applebee's is bringing Bourbon Street to your street. Make sure to try the Big Easy menu now. Only at Applebee's. Only at Applebee's.
Limited time price, participation, and selection may vary.
Welcome back. Thursday night saw the last 16 of the Europa League and Conference League get underway with first leg ties for Spurs, Rangers, Man United and Chelsea. In the conference, Chelsea were in Denmark and picked up a 2-1 win against Copenhagen, while Spurs were in Holland to take on AZ Alkmaar, but it didn't go well and they lost 1-0. Man United were in Spain where they drew 1-1 with Real Sociedad before next week's Old Trafford leg. The result of the night was Rangers in Turkey facing Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce as they pulled out a remarkable 3-1 away win to set up an amazing second leg in Glasgow. Manager Barry Ferguson sounded nervous about the return of Mourinho, however.
Listen, I thought we deserved to win, but it's only half time in the tie. Because Fenerbahce have got one of the best managers that's ever been, so he'll be hurting. I'm sure he'll want to come to Ibrox next week with his team and try and beat us.
The name Carrie Underwood mightn't mean a lot in the UK, but she's racked up some extraordinary records as a country singer and performer in the US. She's the most awarded country artist. With 8 Grammys and about 100 other awards to her name, she's also most recently famous for singing at Donald Trump's inauguration. Her career kicked off when she won American Idol back in 2006, and now she's back on the show, but this time as a judge, replacing Katy Perry. She says she's never forgotten what it felt like as a contestant.
I was a baby. I was 21 years old, and a lot happened in the show. Like, it was crazy. A small town girl, and I had to get on a plane by myself and fly out to LA, and it was nuts.
We're only a week or so away from the opening Grand Prix of the 2025 season, and excitement is building for F1 fans. The first race is in Melbourne next weekend, and we'll get to see Lewis Hamilton in his first race for Ferrari. This season sees 6 rookies promoted to the grid, with Kimi Antonelli taking over from Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes at just 18 years of age. If you want to get in the mood for speed, Netflix's Drive to Survive, which tracks the 2024 season, just dropped, and you can see the moment Antonelli got the call from Mercedes 12 months ago.
Feels good, to be honest. Like, a bit weird. It's something I've dreamed of for since I was a kid.
We have super confidence in you. We are super happy, and we will do this together.
I've taken my decision. George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, and that feels really good.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Hey, you know what would make your customer service help desk way better? Dumping it and then switching to Intercom. But you're not quite ready to make that change. We get it. That's why Finn, the world's leading AI customer service agent, is now available on every help desk. Finn can instantly resolve up to 80% of your tickets, which makes your customers happier and gets you off the customer service rep hiring treadmill. Finn by Intercom, the leading customer service AI agent, now available on every help desk.